Everyone talks. Everyone posts. Everyone wants to be seen. But the ones who grow the most are silent. While others scream for attention, you stay in the shadows, building, evolving, becoming something no one saw coming. The world tells you to speak. But I'm telling you, stay silent. Let them wonder. Let them doubt. And while they're distracted, you transform. This is how greatness begins. Why you must turn inward. Let's start with a truth most people run from. You are your own rescue. Not your friends. Not your family. Not the approval of strangers. Until you begin the process of self-focus, you will always be chasing noise. Your energy is being stolen by distractions disguised as necessities. Validation. Applause. Likes. Praise. But every time you reach outward for confirmation, you lose a little of your inner power. Focusing on yourself is not selfish. It's survival. It's the difference between existing and evolving. The silence strategy. Most people are terrified of silence. They can't stand being alone with their own thoughts. They drown it out with noise, scrolling endlessly, chasing clout, filling every second with something to avoid facing the truth inside them. But silence is not your enemy. Silence is the gym for your soul. Every minute you spend in silence, you're giving your nervous system a chance to reset. You're training your brain to withstand discomfort without escape. You're teaching yourself how to sit with truth, raw and unfiltered. This is where clarity lives. This is where transformation begins. Building in the dark. When no one is watching, who are you? This is the question that separates winners from the rest. When you're up at 4 a.m., putting in work while others sleep, while the world is silent, you are stacking bricks. Quietly. Intentionally. Consistently. Your progress doesn't need applause. Your process doesn't need validation. You build in the dark, and when you finally step into the light, the world won't recognize you, not because you've changed, but because you've finally become who you were meant to be. Discipline is a decision. Discipline is not a personality trait. It's a decision. Made over and over and over again. It's saying no when comfort begs you to say yes. It's showing up when motivation is gone. It's doing the work because you respect your future self too much to betray them today. You won't always feel like it. That's not the point. Discipline isn't emotional. It's mechanical. It's about alignment. You don't negotiate with laziness. You replace it with rituals. With training. With movement. With breath. You show up so often that discipline becomes your default. The neuroscience of self-mastery. Here's the truth most people never hear. Discipline doesn't begin in the mind. It begins in the body. How you breathe. How you sleep. How you feel. How you move. Your brain takes signals from your body. If you train the body to move with discipline, the brain follows. The prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for focus, emotional regulation, and decision-making, strengthens every time you choose discomfort over ease. The more consistent you are, the more your identity rewires itself. You don't need to fake confidence. It becomes natural, because your biology starts working for you, not against you. The truth about validation. Let this sink in. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Every time you stop your process to explain your journey, you dilute your energy. You're signaling to your brain that the outcome is tied to external approval, not your own inner purpose. But purpose doesn't beg to be seen. It just is. The need to explain is rooted in fear. The fear of being misunderstood. The fear of being alone. But when you shed that fear, you step into a new kind of freedom. Freedom from performing. Freedom to create at your own pace. Freedom to become who you're meant to be, without permission. Silent reps, visible results. Every rep in silence compounds. Every early morning. Every workout when no one's watching. Every journal entry. Every time you choose water over soda, books over noise, growth over gossip, you're compounding. They won't see it. Not at first. But that's the point. Growth is not a performance. It's a transformation. When the world finally notices, you'll already be 10 levels ahead, because you stopped trying to prove and started trying to improve. Turning pain into purpose. Pain is not the problem. Avoidance is. You've been lied to, told that pain is a signal to stop. But in reality, pain is a portal. It's the starting point of reinvention. Every time you run from pain, you run from your own evolution. But when you sit with it, when you feel it, breathe through it, analyze it without judgment, you gain power. That power becomes direction. That direction becomes identity. And identity? That becomes freedom. You don't grow by numbing the pain. You grow by understanding it. Protect your energy. You have to become militant about your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not every opinion deserves your response. Not every invitation deserves your attendance. You're not rude. You're focused. When you're in your building season, silence isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. You say no, not because you're better than them, but because you're better than who you used to be, and you're not going back. Becoming unrecognizable. This is what happens when you stay silent and focus. You become unrecognizable. Not in an arrogant way, but in an elevated one. Your energy changes. Your posture changes. Your tone, your focus, your boundaries, everything levels up. You stop chasing. You start attracting. You stop explaining. You start executing. You stop performing. You start becoming. You become the type of person people study, not just follow. Because you chose silence. Because you chose growth. Underscore 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 underscore. The power of daily rituals. Don't underestimate the power of what you do daily. Daily breath work. Daily movement. Daily silence. Daily journaling. Daily discipline. These aren't habits. They're identity anchors. They remind your brain. This is who we are now. This is what we do. Rituals remove guesswork. They eliminate debate. They create momentum. And momentum? That's how you escape mediocrity. The silent comeback. The most powerful comebacks don't come with announcements. They come with results. While everyone else is broadcasting their pain, you are building your comeback in the dark. No hashtags. No pity posts. No explanations. Just one silent rep after another until one day, they see you and wonder, where did that version of them come from? But you'll know. You were building all along. In silence. In solitude. With relentless self-focus. Stay silent. Stay dangerous. In a world that demands noise, your silence becomes your superpower. You don't need to announce your goals. You don't need to beg for support. You don't need applause. You just need the mirror. You need the discipline. You need the process. Stay silent. Stay focused. Stay dangerous. Because the ones who change the world are too busy doing the work to explain it. And you are no longer seeking permission. You are no longer seeking validation. You are seeking mastery. And that is what makes you unstoppable. If this message hit home, if you're ready to reclaim your energy, your focus, your life, subscribe, share this with someone who's ready to rise, and remember, the loudest one in the room is rarely the most powerful. Stay silent. Stay focused. Become undeniable.